everybody. This is Austin of the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. I think I have something super neat to show you guys. What would you say if I told you I just spent $40 on some postcards? I know, it already sounds dumb, doesn't it? Well, first off, I just realized this one came with a stamp. It is a, oh my word, come on Shadow, what are you doing? What is that even from? Come on, buddy. You know what? We're going to throw this light down here at an angle. Oh, and I think that was just the ticket, don't you? All right. Mr. Carl Ketchum, I believe. Huron Erie Company, Ohio? Erie County, Ohio? We'll have to try and figure out some of this stuff together. January 21st, it looks like a 7 at the end of that, I would think, right? Stottsburg. Look at this stamp. $0.01 postage stamp. So we could narrow down the age of this pretty quickly, I think. Let's see. Lithochrome trademark. Made in Germany. Oh, okay. The postcard was made in Germany. Published by the American New Company, New York. Well then, oh, I see. Leipzig, Berlin, and Dresden. What's that say? Look at that. January 22nd, 1907, Ohio. 1907. This postcard is 114 years old. Did I do that right? Yeah, okay. Alright. So then we look at the front of it. On my way to Elizabeth, New Jersey, 12107. This is the kind I am coming home on. Send my regards to all. Goodbye. That was the type of train somebody was coming home on in 1907. Can you believe that? Is that not amazing? Now, I just bought these to show you guys, and I'm going to throw them right up on eBay and see if I can't get my money directly back for them. But you know, it's like I always say, with my little channel here, once I put these on a video, it's kind of like I own them forever. We all own them together forever. I'm wondering how much that stamp's worth. I might look that up before I move this along and make that part of the selling point. Let's see who else we got here. I don't even remember how many postcards I just bought. So it's not a whole lot. I mean, it's less than 10. So we'll count them out as we go. So this is number 2. This postcard also made in Germany. Published by Alexander Manufacturing Company, Sandusky, Ohio. Made in Germany. For correspondence, address only. I was on excursion from something. So somebody must have been on a trip and they bought this postcard as a personal memento. And that's all that's written on it. Just someone's little note to remember where they'd gotten this, where they'd been, where they'd come from. Can you believe that? I didn't see an age on this one. Can we figure that out immediately? I'm not sure. It looks a little newer than the other one. But it's certainly not new. I mean, we can judge by the state of their clothing, the hats they've got on, actually. I'm sure we could figure out exactly what train that was, maybe even what ship that was. Cedar Point tourists arriving at Sandusky, Ohio. So that was 2. This is 3, and it has quite a bit of writing on it. I'm going to save that one, I think, because I like that one quite a bit. We'll do this golden shiny one. Hopefully the camera can pick that up pretty well. I'm hoping so. I wonder if we can adjust our light on that at all. That might be too much. I don't know if that helped us at all or not. Now there's a little bit of marking up here. I don't know if that's on the postcard, maybe on the plastic. I might actually have to open this one and check it. The Southwestern Limited. I don't know if that's going to show up very well. It seems like this plastic's kind of stopping us. I'm not going to take it out of there though, because yeah, why would I further diminish the value independent of anything else? This one looks like it was kind of like a boilerplate message. It's from 1937, so I mean, like 80 years old, almost. Oh, no, that's not right. It's more than 80 years old. He's 84 years old. Only a few more days until the Wonder Tour of the Year departs for the Golden West. On the return trip from St. Louis, the special train will run over the route of the famous Southwestern Limited. We want you with us when the curtain falls next Saturday. Send your reservation now. It is not too late. Mr. and Mrs. Vernon Hinkle. Indiana Farm Bureau, Inc., Indianapolis, Indiana. Mrs. Matilda Davis. So yeah, look at that. Dear folks. I just mowed the lawn. I have horrible allergies. We have not already done this one. This one does have stamp here written on it for whatever reason. Made in USA. It says New York and London. It has a little... I wonder if that's... It must be on the thing. Nobody better have written a price on this. LRC up at the top there, and then $5. I don't know. Man, is that on the plastic or is that on the postcard? No, it looks like it's on the postcard. It looks like it's really old, honestly. Like, just that pencil writing does appear to have a substantial age to it. And look at that! The kind we raise in, you know, I don't know what that says. I don't know if somebody, like, crossed that out or... I mean, it doesn't really look like it. It almost looks like they printed it in a different font or something, and that single font has faded out. But I believe what they're implying is that they grow cabbages this big in wherever they were. I'm sure you could figure out where this train ran and have some better idea. In fact, I'm sure you could Google giant cabbages and come up with something, right? Steroid cabbages? I don't know exactly what you would Google, but yeah, isn't that a heck of a postcard? Do we see anything that indicates the age of this one? Not that I see, but that's pretty unique, I would have to say. I mean, there can't be too many of those floating around. It's a painting. I don't think it's like a... I mean, it could be a painting of a picture, but yeah, I think that one's super neat, huh? This was all happening like 100 years ago. Can you guys believe this? This is wild stuff. Pennsylvania Depot, Lima, Ohio. Lima, Ohio. Pennsylvania Flyer, leaving Lima. And this one has stuff written on it. Let's see, I think we could decipher a bit of this. August 14th, 1913. Can you guys believe this? I mean, World War I was happening, wasn't it? Did that end 1917? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's been years since I read anything about World War I. But I'm pretty sure World War I ended in 1917. So these people were... I mean... Yeah, I mean, there was a huge thing going on. And they're, like, sending these postcards from train depots and stuff. Just a little slice of life. I'm going to Google when World War I was right after we're done here. Don't think that I'm just going to wallow in my own ignorance. Sorry. Dear Mother, we are in Stark County. Could not leave. Could not leave something. Oh, it probably Lima. Although it looks like there's more letters in it than there should be. Lima. Till in the PM. The Bluffton people all came in the morning, met the Logan people at Crestline. We were about 30 till we got there home, till we got here. There are 7 of home people here. Had a dandy place to stay last night. Mary. I mean, isn't that just wild? Talking about there were 30 people and then there were 7 people, had a dandy place to stay last night. 1913, dude. That is wild. This one has a stamp on it too. A 1-cent stamp of George Washington. The other one was a 1-cent stamp of Benjamin Franklin, I think. Look at that. Well, that's got to be worth something. In fact, that Washington stamp doesn't even have a mark over it. I mean, right? If it does, it's like the lightest shipping stamp I've ever seen. Value on stamps is sometimes determined by, you see how dark this stamp is? Because they pop a stamp over them when they ship them. And you can see that this one got stamped over very lightly. It doesn't even interfere with the face there. I don't know if you guys know a lot about stamps. I don't know a boatload about them, but I know just about a little bit about everything, don't I? Yeah, you're a little bit impressed that I knew anything about stamps, aren't you? Oh my God, this one has a stamp on it too. Can you believe that? We have 3 stamps from like 1907, 1909. Because look at this. Pittsburgh, PA, January 9th, 1909. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And we're going to turn that over in a second and look at what that is. But because she's written quite a bit on there. And this one's super interesting. P and Lair. I'm not sure what that company is or anything. I'd relish, look at that little crest there. I wonder what that is. It's got to be the printer. But man, that's a pretty fantastic little mark. And to be able to print that on something so small. I mean, there's my thumbnail. My gross thumbnail. P and Lair Depot, Pittsburgh, PA. From 1909. From Lily Malkins? I'm not entirely sure. But look at this lady's beautiful handwriting. First, we're just going to look at who it was addressed to. Because I think the M's that this woman wrote are fantastic. Why? What are you doing? Get a grip, buddy. Come on, don't let me down on like the best one. What are you doing? Sir, what are you doing? Do you see that M? Mrs. Eli Brosemer? West Main Street, Edmond, Indiana? That's probably a place. But look at those M's. I mean, that M, this M, fantastic. It's almost calligraphy. I mean, it's really good. I like it a bunch. But, glad to hear from you. We're all well, except Emma. She was operated on Thursday. Had her, I think it's just appendix. Had her appendix taken out. She is getting along nicely, just at present, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what the last word is. Lily, yours truly. Isn't that Isn't that crazy? In 1909, this little girl was getting her appendix out. I mean, and for us to have a little picture of that with stamps that we get to learn about and all sorts of neat stuff. Can you believe that? We got trains, we got some sort of depot. I wonder if that's a train depot. It might be, I'm not sure. I would have thought it was some sort of manufacturing depot, but who knows with these crazy kids, huh? These crazy 1909ers. Let's take one more brief look at the front of these, and then we'll call it quits, huh? I just think this is tremendous. I can't believe we get to learn about, like, you know, that one that says this one. This is the kind I'm coming home on. I mean, isn't that amazing to know that this guy was on his way home on one of these trains in 1907, and to see these giant cabbages. I don't know what's going on there. Those are pretty cool though, huh? And this gold postcard, I mean, that's a pretty wild thing. Let's see if we can get any more detail. I wonder if we betrayed ourselves with this light here. I wonder if we can do a little better without that light. No, not too much better. That gave us a little bit, didn't it? That's pretty neat. That is a pretty neat postcard. You can see there's like some sort of weird texture to the plastic cover there, so that lizard skin stuff. Got some creases and stuff, but I mean, for a piece of paper to make it, this one was 1937, so 81 years. I mean, I guess some credit where it's due. It's looking pretty good, really. Yeah, I just think these are super neat little pieces of America that we get to look at and, you know, see what these people were doing 100 or more years ago. Isn't that wild? Well, Emma got her appendix out. What a crazy thing to know happened like 120 years ago. I mean, that's just, wow. Wow. I'm honored to be able to handle and show you all this stuff. Oh, this is Austin at the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. I admit I'm selling these things, but they're in our YouTube collection now, so it's okay. You know, we don't have to feel like we're betraying their memory or anything. I'll talk to you about this weird watercolor pretty soon. Oh, and I don't know. Like, share, comment, subscribe. 70 subscribers now, man. Wild. I hope I can keep finding you, like, neat things to show you. I hope I can make a little money off of some of this stuff, like those super fancy buttons I bought. I think I've done a lot of research on those, and I think they might be antique prototype buttons. I think they may have never been made after they were initially made, and I think at least some of those. I haven't found a single one of those that was the same as any of the other ones. I mean, that was you know, anything that was sold or anything that was in papers or anything like that. Like, I just, I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? This is Austin at the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. I appreciate you guys subscribing. I appreciate you guys watching. And hopefully I'll find something that just, like, makes your heart race. That makes you, you know, sit there with your mouth agape in wonder and awe. Hopefully that's what we can all have at least one of these times. You guys have a good night.